Kisses for French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife. For EU Council President Donald Tusk, the same thing. But the U.S. president's open arms to Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau were met by a relatively frosty handshake at this year's G7, which is supposed to be a meeting of allies.
Donald Trump is the disruptor-in-chief. Even before he comes to the summit, he's tweeting against Prime Minister Trudeau, against French President Emmanuel Macron, saying that they're indignant and that he's going to come here and he's going to show them how to deal with trade because they're acting unfairly with the trade.
Trump's move to impose tariffs on steel and aluminum added to a long list of complaints about his protectionist approach. Further isolating the U.S., Trump's pullout of the Iran nuclear deal and his exit from the Paris Climate Accord. Trump's call Friday to reinstate Russia to the G7 after it was removed in 2014 for annexing Crimea, only adding fuel to the fire.
Having Russia come back into the G7 is a huge security risk just because the G7 is a multilateral organization and a safe place for G7 states to talk freely about instigators like Russia and China.
Leaders here say they want to create a unified front to uphold the G7's shared Western philosophy, one many argue Trump is unilaterally trying to break down.
Naturally, we cannot force the U.S. to change their minds. At the same time, we will not stop trying to convince our American friends and President Trump that undermining this order makes no sense at all.
Tensions inside the meeting met by similar anxiety outside. Peaceful protests Thursday in Quebec City gave way to brief, fiery demonstrations Friday closer to the leaders' retreat. The summit ends late Saturday, but President Trump is not sticking around, so he'll miss crucial talks on climate change and meetings with other non-G7 world leaders. His next stop, Singapore, in what he hopes will be his signature foreign policy achievement, a meeting with North Korea's leader, Kim Jong-un. Tetiana Anderson, TRT World, Quebec City.